I have my boy Shaq, JD, and Diel. And I just want to let you know today's episode will be sponsored by Under Armour. What up, Doe? What's up, fellas? How are you?
We're good.
What it do? What it do?
It feels awkward.
Listening to my man Jay's grandfather passed. Prayers up to that, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Condolences.
I want to start with the jail awards. I wish we could because I just need all that animosity towards my chest, but that's not how the rundown goes. So, but in all actuality, everything else is love, man. Appreciate the like you. That's that.
Nah, for sure.
Chat.
For sure. Jordan, go ahead.
I will 100%. I know you want a scapegoat. Blame me. Point your frustration towards me. I apologize that we were not on the same page with our Greek community. We had no idea that this is going to show you how smart I am.
Out?
We had no idea that there was no idea that there was daylight savings time in Greece. And Shaq says, okay, so we're starting an hour and 15. How about 15? So that's where we're at.
Yeah, so excuse us.
In all actuality, y'all should have known something was up because Del tapped in. Del tapped in an hour and a half before to Shaq, and Shaq's like, that's confusing. Maybe he is going to.
Yeah, I just chalked it, man, but it is what it is, man.
Right,
At least all the regulars here, man. And by the way, regulars, I got something for you guys too. The boys are back. The boys are back. Hey, so if you were on the stream this week, you know what I'm talking about. The boys are back in town, man. We just having fun today, I see, man. Giving away some Joel Embiid ones, man. I actually like those Embiid ones. I was looking at them. I was like, bro, I really like these shoes. I do think it's a good shoe, in my opinion. I wouldn't play in them, but they look good to me.
You would play in them?
I wouldn't play in
them.
You
only playing it.
I only play in Jordan 8s. Yeah,
you only playing 8s.
Yeah.
Dale, would you play in them?
The GOAT. Yeah, I'll work out in them.
Yeah, we'll work out in them. By myself, working out in them for sure.
I have a very versatile feet.
All is well with you guys, though. Hey, I've been traveling, man, and it's crazy to be back home. That time zone, daylight saving time, is crazy. So I don't even understand what Shaq and Dale go through on a regular basis. Man, I can't. It's not for me, fam.
Right.
Yo, shout out Davey ASAP. Talking about the Jordan SM77s, and he also wants to be the first guest to come on, and the first guest in Players Court, a new lawyer to come and challenge Dale for that GOAT title.
All is welcome. All is welcome. I feel like Dave GOAT is probably like Mitch Richmond, but that's for another day.
Hey, also shout out to Slam, shout out to Switch Culture. You guys are dope, and let's dive into the show. Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Hey, we got to start off with Meyers. You said it's Meyers Leonard? That cat, man, with everything that's going on right now, how come you're not conscious, right? To me, when I see that cat, I'm like, okay, cool. You stand up for the flag. Okay, cool. I respect that. You know, I'm not even mad at that, right? Cool. But then you go out, and then we see you on Twitch, you know what I'm saying, yapping off, doing what you do. You know what you were doing. You're trying to be relevant, okay? And I think shout out to the Heat for taking action. Honestly, I think it should have been stiffer, but that's just my opinion. Let's start with Shaq. What are your sentiments or thoughts on what was displayed by this cat, Leonard?
Do I think Meyers Leonard set this on purpose? To be honest, no. I don't. I think it was a huge blunder. I think it was extremely irresponsible. And the part to me that's so confusing is that Dale, Jordan, Jay, everybody on this panel, everybody in the chat, bro, every word in my vocabulary, I know the meaning to. If I don't, then that means it's not of any importance. But I'm saying every important word where I know, especially if it's going to offend somebody, I know the meaning to that word. Nor would I say that live. It makes me nervous being a basketball player, coming in here on Player's Choice and knowing that somebody can actually rack through all the words in their mind and poof, that's the word that they land on. So for me, it was just more so like, man, I hate saying like white people this, white people that, but the white privilege and the comfort of of white people to me is just like, it just is what it is. And I hate to always come on here. We have Jordan on the panel. I always have to come on here and talk about this because, man, it's like, oh, it's getting old. But it's not, though, because this is the world that we live in. And this is the world that we've been telling everybody that we live in. And I'm not going to say like, we can really compare to the Jewish community because, it is, it's two different things. But at the end of the day, it's kind of the same. So that's my take on it. When Meyers Leonard didn't stand in the bubble, I already knew what time it was. I knew when he didn't kneel. When he did not kneel in the bubble, I knew what time it was already. And this just confirms all of my speculation.
Yeah. Now, Shaq, do you feel like the Miami Heat handled the situation like you thought they would have? Because the owners are Jewish.
Yeah, I thought it was owners. Bro, I thought it was going to be stiffer, but this is just white privileging. This isn't anything new. And I would say, oh, no, he gets a pass, but no. This is white privilege. This is what white privilege is. Because let it be somebody else or let it be a different situation. I don't know. Maybe if he said the N-word, it wouldn't have been as bad. But this is white privilege. And I hate to say it, but these are facts. These are facts. He's a good guy. He comes into the office. He treats everybody with respect when he's in your face. But behind closed doors, you don't know what he's doing.
Well, I mean, you can imagine, right? Like, because this is the what we seen in the bubble, to your point, Shaq, and then now this situation. Now I'm gonna switch it over to JD. You being a white man, how do you feel that Meyers Leonard went about the situation? Do you feel like he does more than what we've seen? You know what I'm saying? Like from that Twitch situation, is he using the N-word around his friends? Is he doing certain things that? Yeah, that's that guy. Like, how can you, paint this picture for us?
I won't speculate on how he moves outside of hoop just because I don't know him personally. And based on just the situation that happened on Twitch, like, there's so many things going through my mind. Let me try and answer your first question. I don't think that Meyers Leonard is a bad guy. I truly don't. I think it's a mishap. I think
Jordan, but I also think that is speculation. I know it's our job to come on here and be responsible, but I also think that's speculation to say that it's one way or the other. Just my opinion.
So the reason that I don't think he's a bad guy, and again, you're right, it is speculation, is that, I mean, Udonis Haslem came out and said, he hasn't said anything of the like to like what he said on Twitch. I think he's probably got enough people, no one's come out and be like, yo, this is just how he is. So no one's come out and said that yet. I don't think Meyers has come out and said anything yet. I think he's trying to let this blow over. I hope he's not, a crappy person. I like to think that the majority of people are good and they have good intentions, and sometimes you make mistakes, and this is obviously not acceptable. And I don't think, we just let this slide, obviously. He probably should have had a little bit more of a harsher punishment. Shaq, to your point, maybe this is, a white privilege thing. Because maybe if somebody else.
Just to that point, my brother did bring up in the chat that Nick Cannon also had the same type of situation with the Jewish community, and he literally lost Wildin' Out, his show on MTV. Granted, he was a little more firm on his stance, so I understand that, but, it did,
Sure. I don't know the Nick
sticky.
Cannon situation. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, it's
sticky.
it's
sticky.
brutal. It is. It is
brutal.
sticky.
It's
It is very sticky. It's like I'm trying to figure out how to, because I want to be very clear in the fact that like I don't condone the language. It's very unacceptable. What bothers me about the situation too is the fact that he paused right before he said it and he went through a word bank in his head. So how do you pause and then go through a word bank and land on that word? It doesn't make sense. And you wonder, okay, is that just, a regular word in his vocabulary? Because why would you even drop that? Yeah,
Jay,
man.
I couldn't pay you. And this is why I respect you so much, and this is why I asked you to come join this show, just because I know what side of the fence you stand on. So it's like I couldn't even pay you in my right mind to say, hey, Jay, say this word or say this word. You just wouldn't do it. So it's just like people know right from wrong. Bro, you're live streaming on one of the biggest platforms in the world, and you're just this careless. It's insane. It's insane. So I'm just like, no, this is comfortable for you. That's the only explanation I got for you. I can't give you a pass. I can't. And I know his friends, I know his wife is like, yep, this is Meyers being Meyers.
And JD, he did come out and apologize like via Twitter or Instagram with like text, like a little post or whatever, like, hey, it was so like cookie cutter. I'm supposed to say this because this happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he did come out and apologize.
Sure.
Now, Diel, what is your thoughts and take on this?
I don't want to be insensitive to this situation, but we're such in a weird space when it comes to all of this right now, and it's all right. So I'm a fan of the guy, Meyers Leonard. Like I watch stuff on YouTube, his relationship with his brother. I liked him when he was in college. He got hurt. He had to sit out, etc. He was 100% wrong for the word he said. He knew what the word meant. He knew the word was derogatory to who he was speaking to, and he knew all of that impact. But maybe he was losing, like he's lying in his statements. But when I say I don't want to be insensitive to the situation, it's because like I really hate the fact that of like now how everything is viewed. It's no mistakes a person could just make just off of pure just anger at that moment, or like the backlash on him. I feel is unwarranted. And that's why I said I don't want to be insensitive to the situation. Even if I heard him in that light of how mad he was, say the N-word, I would feel the exact same way. Because, like, you have rapists in the world, you have murderers, you have people that's getting arrested for, like, guns and all this stuff, still playing the same sports that is going about the same business. And they're not even frowned upon as much as someone making. No one probably could ever come out and say that he's a racist. Or, you know what I'm saying? They can't. But there's just one mistake based on how everything is so heightened in the world with the race and all that stuff. The world is looking at him crazy. I was watching First Take. I was watching Undisputed. He was 100% wrong. 100%. And if his best mistake, I really made a mistake. And that's it. And just end it there. Don't say what it means. You heard the word before. Someone said it to you. I don't think he's racist. I don't think any of the source, but I just don't want to I don't want to come off as insensitive because, like I said, I don't use the N-word. I can only speak for myself. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't. So for him, even if this was the N-word towards a black person, I could have came up here and said the exact same thing. Like, it's a sensitive space we're living in, like of just anything. It's like,
Bro, I hear you.
Honestly, you could just get.
I hear you, but here's my standpoint from the whole thing, bro. When I was 18, running in people's houses, and I had to go to jail for doing whatever I did, I was labeled one thing, a thug, and I had to grab myself by my own bootstraps and get out of that. So now, so I'm not with that. I'm calling it how I see it, the same way everybody else call it how they see it.
Let me ask you one question though. Let me ask you one question. Say you stole something one time. Would you feel the same way if they called you a thug just after that one time?
I mean, the
Instead
fact
of
that
you do, you know what I'm saying? That's
but
my
I
whole
did
point.
feel
You
something.
wanted,
But I
like,
did feel
you-
something
like, you
because I
had a
grew up a certain
resume.
way. I grew up a certain way in church with my family, all of this stuff, and I had a window where I was in my bag violating. So the world just seen me for that window. Even to this day, I gotta explain the actions of then. So now all I'm asking is for the same reciprocation. I'm not giving nobody no passes. No passes. Not Jordan, not you, not Jay, not myself.
I don't
no
think,
passes.
No,
I don't think this was
think
a
it's
one-off. I don't think this was a one-off.
pass. I just feel, and that's what it is right there, because you already feel like, nah, you've been like this. That's the difference. I don't feel like that. Like I can only go
in the
from what
bubble,
I've seen from what people are saying.
So how do you feel about him standing?
And that's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. I don't ever view a person based on if they're kneeling or if they're standing up to a flag. They have black people still standing up. How are you?
I do.
So
and
how
I
are you
judge
looking?
them the same way. I judge them because it's right and it's wrong.
How are you viewing
It's
Jonathan
right,
Isaac?
It's
How do
right
you feel
and
Jonathan
it's wrong.
Isaac?
It's right and it's wrong. It's
no.
right and it's
I'm
wrong.
gonna explain the bubble to you, and no, it's not, and I'm gonna explain that to you
listening.
because for a whole 8 months or how long Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, right? No one else, not a person followed that man. Not ever, not no way, not no craziness. COVID put a ramp on everybody being home, and George Floyd happened, right? So how in a matter of months, kneeling is just such the righteous thing to do.
Because I can literally, I'm not doing anything, Dale. I don't have any distractions. I'm in a
Let me ask you a
pandemic,
question.
and I see a man get murdered in cold blood on national television. I'm gonna feel a different way than Colin Kaepernick kneeling for the flag. So now I understand why Colin Kaepernick is kneeling for the flag.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
Why are they not kneeling today?
What do you? Who are you speaking of?
Anyone.
To
Why are they still not kneeling?
Who? To who? In my opinion,
Anyone.
You maybe should be kneeling, but that has nothing to do with right and wrong.
Exactly.
That has nothing.
So that's my point.
That has nothing to do with right and wrong. It has nothing to do with right and wrong.
I don't think kneeling proves right or wrong at all. I honestly think it does nothing. At all. What was big?
I don't agree. I don't agree. It brought awareness. It brought awareness.
It was.
I want
the easiest thing to do at that time. When Colin was doing it alone, that's when it was tough.
Bro, that's how human nature is. That's how human nature is. You
tough.
go with the masses. That's human nature. That's human nature with everything. With everything in life. With everything in life. Why did you go to college? Why did you start playing basketball? Because you seen somebody before you. Because you seen Jordan do it. That's why you started playing basketball. You seen Kobe. This is how human nature works. It's how human nature works, bro. You're trying to pick and pry. You're trying to pick and pry in different situations. Yes.
No,
call
that's
everything
not,
what it
you
is.
You can't compare us playing a sport. You can't compare us playing a sport to someone kneeling and then stop kneeling. We're still playing
Dale,
I got one question for you.
I got one question for you. Is what Meyers Leonard said right or wrong?
It was wrong, 100%. I said that already.
Okay, so he should be condemned as so. Correct.
He should be punished, but not one wrong makes everything you've done before wrong.
1,000%.
That's what I'm getting at. I don't agree with that.
1,000%.
That's the basic.
1,000%.
Like he's getting condemned like he's like you know what I'm saying?
No, because we're starting to see a
that's
pattern. With him, we're starting to see a pattern. If it would have been somebody else, it's a little different.
But
we're starting to see a pattern.
We're starting to see a pattern on him just standing up.
Yeah, because you're standing up for the troops of America.
No, I know.
That's what you're doing. No. That's what you're doing.
So can I try and explain
something?
But
everyone's up now for the troops of America.
Can I try and explain something really quick?
Sure.
When you get into, okay, one, you're a product of your environment, right? Two, our habits are learned over time, and the longer that you're in a habit and the longer you're told something, the harder it is to break, right? When we went to school growing up, elementary through high school, what did we do before class started? The first class?
Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag.
So it's beaten into you. It is quite literally beaten into everyone in this country that when you do the Pledge of Allegiance, you stand. And when you're told that for 20, 30 years, and then all of a sudden there's a movement and it's going against everything that you were ever told because you were told that this is disrespectful. So it's hard. And I'm not saying I would gladly stand with like my black brothers on a basketball court and kneel. I would happily do it just because I'm a very open-minded person and I can look at my neighbor and say they're hurting. They need me to be an ally. I'm going to listen to what they have to say and I'm going to support them. They're doing this. All right, let me join in. But some people, and it's not
Jordan, can I
go ahead.
Ask you a question? One before you continue. I just have to put you right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
So based on what you just said, do you think it's fair to label you even if you didn't kneel as you're doing something wrong? Do you think that's fair?
No. No, I don't think so. I don't think that,
we're not talking about fair here. That's the last thing that we're doing on this. We're not talking about fair here. We're not talking about fair. Dale,
so, but
Dale, we're not talking about what's fair. We're not talking about what's fair. What's fair? What's fair, Dale, is insane.
Okay, let's label this before you continue. I would not kneel.
That's
continuously.
That's
like
I beg to differ. If you were in the bubble and you were next to Meyers Leonard, and it would not be you and Meyers standing up. I promise you that, Dale. I'm not going for that. It wouldn't. I don't think so. I know you wouldn't, Dale.
Stand up. What? Oh, I'm not for my ex. That you know me is me telling you I would have stand up because I would have viewed everyone doing this as why y'all. When a man was doing this, when he's telling y'all, why y'all waiting for someone to continue happening? Why it has to be like a domino effect? Because nothing changed from when he did it to that time. What changed? Another person got killed, and then someone else got killed after again.
I agree with you, but that don't mean you just give up. That don't mean you just give up. You always gotta apply
not giving
pressure.
Up.
That
why
is giving up because I gotta because I
no.
need to be convinced. Jay needs to be convinced. Jordan needs to be convinced. Everybody in this chat needs to be convinced that there is some. I don't just stop because you don't hear me the first time. If that's the way life works, nobody would be great.
You're using kneeling. No, that's the problem. You're using kneeling as being convinced right or wrong. Like you said, right or wrong is right or wrong.
Jay,
regardless of me kneeling or standing up, I know what's right is wrong.
Jay, what's your take on this? And I hear you, Dale.
Jay or Jordan?
I hear you too.
I hear you, bro. You, Jay.
JB.
Sorry to cut you off, Jordan. I just had to get that.
Yeah, I think he definitely, to me personally, I think he's really showing who he is. Okay, first time, okay, cool. There was nothing wrong with him standing up, right? There was nothing wrong. But then there's implications that you get, like to Jordan's point, like I'm going to stand with my brothers. I get it. Like I might feel different, but I'm going to show support, like Jordan said, as an ally. But then I really don't want to go down that path, but then, we hear this, on Twitch. Okay, that's the second warning. Something else comes out. It's just like, we knew it. We seen it. So I wouldn't be surprised if something else came out.
But
about
the funniest thing about, not funny, nothing is funny. The craziest thing about this is, and this might sound weird, but it's the truth. His racial slur wasn't to the black community.
It wasn't.
Right.
It was to the Jewish community.
It wasn't.
So it was to the Jewish community. So now we're comparing him standing in defense. So he's just racial. He don't like Jews. He don't like blacks compared to Shaq. That's how I don't know how the 2 and 2 could coincide. How is this fit? How is 2 + 2 = 4? Is just him just what?
But what you got to understand, Dale. What you got to understand is just like, okay, cool. Like one instance, it was like, okay, a black situation, right, in America,
right?
But then and that's separate. But then you have another group that was oppressed, killed off.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, cool. Like
I would understand y'all point on the standing up better if he said the N-word right now.
No, because
that's why you ain't stand for the black.
This is a pattern. This is a pattern.
This is a pattern. This is his thing.
This is a
Say
pattern.
Your favorite word. This is his thing.
This is a pattern.
Say it. This is his thing.
This is a pattern. Bro, I don't want anybody to think that me and Dale are up here arguing in vain or doing something, bro.
No.
Me and Diel are brothers. We have had this conversation before, man. This does not affect us in any way, shape, or form. So I just wanted to get that out there
Martin
into the space. Yeah.
I'm terrified.
No, hey, and also, guys, I want to make sure that JD got the rest of his thought off.
Right, me too. I
He
just
still
had
has something to say.
So I think the point I was trying to make is to Dell's point. I don't think that we can say if you don't kneel, you are not an ally. It's hard, especially for people who have family who's been in the military. And you know that it's ingrained in them, like, you respect this country, you respect this flag, this is how you do it, like you never do X, Y, and Z. So it's just a part of you. And so now you're conflicted, right? Now you're conflicted of I don't really know what is right and what is wrong here. I think I'm going to try and make everyone happy, where I'm going to stand for the flag and respect my family, my friends, those who have served, while also being an ally to everyone who is protesting this. I can say I respect the people who are kneeling for the flag in protest of
injustice.
Social justice. Yeah. Social injustices. And I'm not saying that I would do one or the other either. I'm just saying I can see both sides. I would never say, oh, you're standing like you don't care. It's such a difficult conversation, and people get so much flack for having this conversation. So like the fact that we're even having this conversation is like, I respect that we're all tapping into this, and who knows what's going to happen after like what kind of comments are going to come our way. But I welcome it, because it has to happen. The conversation has to happen regardless of the things that are said. I love you guys. I love the chat. Thank you guys for tapping in too. Like this, it's nice to be able to just have these discussions and not, go at each other's throats and then leave this stream and then, feel any type of animosity towards each other. I wish that everyone could do this.
No. And people can't have this conversation. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
I'll say this, and then we gotta get going to beat the Diel. My grandfather that just passed, he's a Vietnam combat vet. Like, he was about that life, Marine, right? Like, so everything in the house was, I love America. Like, I'm a vet. It was a lot of respect, and that's what he taught me.
Right.
So we're talking about Meyers Leonard. We're talking about respect. To your point, Jordan. Yes, be very patriotic. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of the fallen soldiers, the people that are serving. My dad is Army vet. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up militant. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of love and respect for America. But it's that too, respect. Like, call a spade a spade. Don't act like you don't see nothing, because it's there, right? So that's why I just want to put my little 2 cents in there. And then let's keep it pushing, fellas, because we still got a lot of
before we do move on, I do want to give a personal shout out to Jordan, because he reads these docs before every show, and it's never been one time like, oh, we talking about this again, we doing this again. So Jay, thank you for that, bro.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on, bro.
I'm not thanking me for nothing.
Hey, shout out to the chat. I think the chat is ready to beat the Diel, though.
God, I love you guys.
Hey. Oh, man.
Diel, are you ready?
No, not at all. Like that combo just took me outside. I got back in my bubble. No pun
We gotta start throwing this closer to halftime for you, man, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, woo.
Yo,
that first topic might have took us to halftime.
Right.
Oh man. All right, we ready?
We was for sure going.
Jay, you got the questions. Is the poll ready? We got the prediction. going right now.
Over under 4.5. Can Diel get over 4.5? That's a lot. That's a lot.
These last 3 weeks have been tough, my man. I got a win. I got a win last week, but it's been tough, man.
Jay, I don't know what Jordan is trying to do with the 4.5. I would have went 3.5.
I was 3.5 last week. I'm just seeing where people.
I give you the questions to judge the severity of how difficult it is. I feel like this is a little difficult.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't actually read the questions.
Oh my god.
Hey, Diel, it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's go, man. Y'all gave me hype. Let's go.
All right, the prediction over. We good?
Yeah, let me start the Q1. All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Boom.
All right, so which one of these centers made the least amount of three-pointers in their career? A, Yao Ming. B, Tim Duncan. C, Shaquille O'Neal. D, Wilt Chamberlain.
Look at Manolitos betting safely. 1K on the over.
That's responsible. Manolitos is usually wild in his predictions.
I think I know what I'm going with, but so okay.
This is a fun one. And please do not put the answers in the chat.
I already ended it.
Okay, so I don't know. Normally people seeing this would pick Shaq. I don't want to pick Shaq. I'm gonna go D, because I don't even know if three-pointers was invented yet, or if they had a line back then when Will was. I'm gonna go Will.
Yo, listen, this is why Diel is who he is. When I was writing up this question, I said Diel is gonna realize three-pointers weren't around. Shaq had one, Yao had 2, I think, and Tim Duncan had like something like 12 or something like that. But Wilt had 0.
I was gonna say chat clearly didn't watch the 3-point contest because Ernie Smith said Shaq's not up here commentating the 3-point contest because you have to have at least more than 1 3 made in your career to be up here.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But that's a trick question.
It's a trick question.
That's a tough one.
It was a trick question.
Tough one.
And I'm like, I remember Will Duncan. I seen the little stupid line. There was no 3 there, so I'm going Will.
That's a fact. Oh, deceased, thank you for the subscription. Yo, Jay, can you send me the browser link? Maybe, I don't know why it hasn't been linked all week, but actually, I'll find it. Jay, are you ready for the second question?
Yep, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
All right, so Kobe Bryant was once fined for wearing Jordans in a NBA playoff game. That is a question, and it's true or false.
Damn.
My Lord.
Give the chat, give the people some time, Jay. Give them some time.
I'm letting it ride.
Yeah, I don't want my man. Yo, Odysseys, bro. Thank you for that tier 2, brother. I appreciate it. I'm sorry the animation didn't pop up the alert.
All right.
I'm here.
Jordan, can you send me that when you get a chance, brother? Okay.
Oh,
so,
you need the alerts?
Yeah. Send that through.
Got
So
you.
the chat answered.
Bro,
I can't see A or
Are they answered already?
A or B. Oh, we got Jay in the screen.
Don't tell me what they picked.
Okay, give us your answer.
Yeah.
What's Jay doing up there?
Hold on. This is insane, right? This is insane.
Del
you
now
guys
has
know.
time to Google it.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't think we were trying to do Dale a solid right there. Dale,
Bro, if
what
he was
is your
struggling that hard.
answer? A or B, true or false, Dale?
I have no
Google it,
idea.
Dale.
So any mini minimum catch by show. I'm gonna go true.
You went true?
Yeah, I went true.
The correct answer, drumroll please, is false. The chat got it right. It was actually
okay.
Jordan that was getting fined for wearing his Air Jordans because the color scheme didn't match his jersey. So he was getting charged $5,000 a game. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was early years. Yeah,
Yeah, Kobe's never been fined.
Yeah.
So we're at 1-1. We're at 1-1.
Now
Question
you know.
3 coming
I
in
had no
hot.
idea.
Everybody ready?
I had time to Google too. I should have Googled, but that's not even in me.
All right, so the next question is how many players have achieved a quintuplet double? A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, or D, 4?
Wow. Yo, Shaq, you really on one. Who's been playing well? You are on one.
Oh boy!
Let's
All right,
see
we're
what
ending.
the chat got cooking, man.
Did 4 people do it? I think I know 2.
All right, what do you got, Del?
I want to go 4 or 2. So I'm a goddamn. 2 is so small, 4 is too big. Pause.
What did the chat go with?
I'm not letting him know.
Yeah, don't say it at all. I'm gonna C. I'm gonna try C.
C2. Jordan, what'd the chat go with?
A, 0.
Yeah, and Jordan,
we both wrong. We're both wrong.
Dale, Jordan, the chat is ending extremely fast, but I mean the polls, but that's on you. How many players have achieved a quintuple double? 0. The answer is 0.
Wow.
It isn't a quintuple is 5 categories with double digit. Quadruple is a different story.
That's where I was wrong.
Yeah.
I thought it was the 4 because I know Draymond did it 1.
All right.
4. I know that.
All right, chat. You guys can thank. You guys can thank chat for allowing you to have enough time to Google because I'm just gonna let this one run out.
Okay, you ready?
Hey, I don't Google it, but I would have. Yeah, I thought Quinn was 4.
So the chat got it right. Chat's up 2-1. We're ready for question number 4, correct?
Yep, go ahead. They're already answering.
Where's it at? I don't see it.
All right, so which one of these players have never recorded a quadruple double? A, Tim Duncan. B, Hakeem the Dream, Olajuwon. C, LeBron James. Or D, Nate Thurmond.
He goes this hard joint pause and then throw this easy fireball in there.
How much more time, chat?
This is the one you should end.
I mean, there is a lot of
sweep.
people voting, so
We can call this one.
I called it.
All right.
Dale, can we have your answer?
I'm going to go Bron. I would have knew Bron did that. So I'm going to just go Bron just off of me not knowing he ever did that. Ever.
Okay. We tied up here. The chat also picked LeBron.
No, the
so
chat
the
is up
chat's
1.
up. Yeah, the chat's up 3-2.
They're up 1. Yeah. Yeah,
These next 2 going to be clutch.
Big time. Let's go.
Dale, we need them all, brother.
Got you.
For the over.
All right. Question number 5.
All right, so the shortest player in NBA history blocked how many shots in his career? A, 11.
Fire question.
B, 58. C, 39. D, 2.
R2D2.
Like what? How? Is the shortest Muggsy or Spud? Or it's not even none. It might be. Might be Earl Boykins. I don't remember Earl getting a block.
Tito wants to cheat. Tito's like, give me my Google answer. I want to know what to type into Google.
All right, Diel, what you got for us?
I'm going to just go with D just because it's this. But I really didn't want to pick it. I wanted to go A.
So the chat chose D. Dale chose D. The correct answer is C, 39, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy? Okay.
Yeah,
Muggs is shorter than Earl Boykins?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I
Muggsy Bogues
forgot
is the
about
shortest
Earl
player.
Boykins.
Him and
Oh,
Manute
so the
Bol.
question, okay, no, I got you. Okay, I read the question thinking about Earl Boykins and not Muggsy because I feel like Earl is shorter, but I get the question now.
The shortest player and the tallest player both played on the same team, Manute Bol and Muggsy Bogues.
My man Muggs had 39 blocks. That's fire. They probably counted his Space Jam stats.
Are we ready for the bonus question? Dale can still
Yeah.
pull out a win for the chat.
All right.
Okay, we ready?
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Dale, chat, how many females have been drafted into the NBA? A, 3, B, 1, C, 0, or D, 2?
From what?
You hear it?
Wow.
I love Dell's ASMR.
Right.
No, it's just this. No, I'm. Is it a trick? I don't like. This is just fire to me. Like.
The boys are back. The boys are back.
I can't believe you.
Yo, listen, if you weren't at the stream this week, you wouldn't know what's happening right now. But the boys are
the
back.
inside jokes. The inside jokes.
All right, man.
That's
Dale,
pretty good.
The chat chose. I can't see. What did the chat choose?
No. Let Del go. Let Del go.
Oh, I see it.
How many girls has been drafted into the NBA? I gotta go with 0. What?
This is a trickster question. In the 7th round of the 1977 NBA draft, the New Orleans Jazz selected Harris with the 137th pick overall. She became the second woman ever drafted by an NBA team after Denise Long, who was selected by the San Francisco Warriors in the 1969 draft.
Is that NBA or ABA?
This is NBA, 1977 NBA draft.
Oh, okay.
Manolitos.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't like.
Yeah, this is back in the day. And actually, she was about to come and lace him up, but she got pregnant. That's the only reason she didn't go to training camp, which is crazy.
Wow.
That's a cool question.
They thought she skipped out on training camp, and then it came out years later she actually got pregnant. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Good for her.
So it's 1 or 2?
It's 1 because, however, the league voided the Warriors selection. Thus, Harris became the first and only woman ever officially drafted.
What the hell makes you research women being drafted to ask that damn question?
I was like, this had to have happened before, and I'm sure it's happened in the NFL too.
Okay, right.
I'm sure this has happened.
That was tough.
So let me get the chat their point. So
I want to feel like the chat is using Google, and I'm just being a moral sport and just losing them.
Man, yeah, maybe. I was surprised about the LeBron one. If I'd have put Allen Iverson, I wonder if you guys would have chose AI.
That Kobe true or false? AI would have been harder than Bron. Everyone knows everything Bron does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the AI would have been fired. That Kobe true or false did for sure, Google.
I thought AI would have been too hard. And yeah, maybe.
How many times we had with the Jay taking over the screen?
Right.
Oh man, Hannah the Fairy.
All
I'm
right,
sorry
so
about that.
Shout out to chat. You know what I'm saying? They won. Hey, what's the overall score?
The overall score is
5-3.
5-3. Dale.
Nice.
You're
All right,
never
so chat
catching me.
feeling good.
You're never getting back-to-back wins ever.
We'll see. We'll see next week.
I don't care. I'm telling y'all now. It's never happened.
All right, bet. Hey, so
I'm saying that so y'all
Huh?
can try to OD.
Chat, I don't see it happening either. Sorry.
let's switch gears right now. Let's talk about the Nets and what they acquired Blake Griffin. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Let's start with JD. Does this make them a shoe-in for the chip this year by getting Blake Griffin?
Doesn't change anything. They were going. I mean, I had them going to the NBA Finals regardless before him. It's not like Blake Griffin's in his prime. He's a completely different player than what he was when he was on the Clippers. He's not leaping over anybody and dunking on anybody anymore. He might do it once every blue moon, like he's a corner 3-point shooter now, which is very weird. Not that that's the only thing in his arsenal anymore. Like he's not just bound to the corner three, but this isn't going to change how they would have performed regardless. It obviously doesn't hurt them. I think it does help to add another vet to the locker room and someone like Blake Griffin to come in and provide a spark, grab boards, maybe block some shots, and it definitely helps them. But regardless, the Nets were going to go where they were going to go anyway.
Gotcha. So, Diel, you don't seem too
enthusiastic. No. Shaq goes. I'll take the latter.
This is why I love Diel, because I knew he was gonna concede and let me go next. Yo, listen loud and clear. You think that we are scared of fake Griffin? No, Blake. No, we're not going for that, bro. You haven't dunked in eons, and we're happy about that. The problem is, this is what scares me the most. Bro, KD is a hypocrite, bro. He's a snake, bro. This is what I be trying to tell, bro. Back in 2010, he said, yo, everybody run into the Heat and the Lakers. He tweeted this. And now he's out here trying to breed super teams. And what did I tell you guys last week, bro? It takes the Avengers to beat LeBron. Literally. Blake looks scary, but he literally does nothing. He probably won't even play. I don't think it's going to work out. Lakers, you heard Bron. We can win with this roster. We're the defending champions. We're not concerned about Blake Griffin. And if Kuz steps up and decides that he wants to freaking he wants to bring something to the table and play how he was playing the other night. Hey, hold on.
Kuz been playing well. Who's been playing well?
If he decides to play well, we're winning a ship. I promise you that. You can go, Dale. We're not afraid of Blake, though. I promise you.
All right. I have a lot of stuff to unpack on what Shaq said. First and foremost, what are the Avengers?
The group of good guys that come and save the world.
Like superheroes.
Yeah, superheroes.
Like the best of the best. Okay.
Yeah.
No one on this panel considered Blake Griffin
there's some bad
Avengers.
There's some bad Avengers.
Time out.
Chat, let Dale know all the bad Avengers. There's some bad
Time. All of them are in their own masses still their go-to guy with their own movies for the most part.
Ant-Man.
Right. All Avengers have their own. He has his own movie.
Yeah, he got a pass.
Part 3 coming out.
Blake had his own movie.
Exactly. But right now, Blake is not an Avenger. And we all could say he's not on that level anymore.
But
that's one.
I would still rather prefer a superhuman over a human. I'm just saying, Avenger or not, you were once an Avenger. You're helping.
Because you just said he hasn't dunked in eons and you're not afraid. So you can't say all this stuff about not afraid.
I'm afraid of the
three-point
shot.
And then at the end it with him being an event. Now you're afraid of Blake corner three. Stop it. You're contradicting your whole point.
He's shooting well.
That's what. No, do not contradict. You're not afraid of Blake because whose Blake has been. What you are afraid of, though, is knowing that Blake with KD,
he might
Kyrie,
start dunking again.
And James Harden could be 80% of just play freedom, of free and look like a Blake Griffin is not going to be the same Blake Griffin in the Pistons. He's gonna help the Nets, and you could say, "Oh, I'm not afraid. I'm not this." But when we get off the show, when you look at Sis, you're gonna be like, "Why are they doing this, LeBron?" Because what's going on? Honestly, like if the Nets don't make it to the finals, I'll be upset. Because they really have all the right pieces, and the way James Harden just could control the game, and then when Kyrie get in his bag, and Slim been out for a long time,
bro. So
he's really been out, and I'm very. What do you mean? So, and go back to another point I wanted to unpack. I hated the fact that you do this. Oh, 2010, he's saying this, he's saying this. 2000, LeBron said not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. With Miami, after 4, he was gone.
what do you mean? That's a totally different
What do
story.
you mean what I mean?
Those are projections on how we're going to win championships, not on morals.
And
Kevin Durant tweeted out all of these guys running.
Moral. It's the same
No.
It's the same
Me predicting
Are you
championships
serious?
versus me calling people cowards for running to stronger teams and then years later doing the same exact thing multiple times. I've never seen Kevin Durant without a super team. I've never seen it. I don't even remember the OKC days. But wait, he had a baby Avengers team. I've never seen Kevin Durant play a year by himself. Where has it happened? He hasn't had an all-star. When did this happen? Tell me. Now I'm about to get on Kevin's ass. Now I'm about to get on Kevin's ass.
And that's it. Blake, please. He's not. Why do y'all feel they're doing that? I never liked that notion that Braun is the one going to get, like, if a player goes to the Lakers, if Andre Drummond goes to the Lakers, I'm not thinking Braun making that call. I'm not thinking they're like texting each other. Drummond wants to go there. Blake wants to go there.
I agree.
It's like I hate the notion the superstar is doing whatever the case may be.
I agree.
But another thing, LeBron would have took Blake also. Just know that. LeBron James would have took Blake Griffin also if Blake wanted to go there.
But instead, they're getting Andre Drummond.
The Nets, and that's scary as hell. I'm happy for the Nets. Hopefully it's Brooklyn Lakers and the best out of 7 win, because that's what I think is gonna go.
It's unbelievable.
But y'all need AD back.
Do we?
It's interesting.
Listen,
do we?
Stop now. If AD don't come back, okay. I like Kuz, but stop it now. But if AD don't come back, bro, second round exit maybe for sure.
Cut it out. I feel it.
Stop it.
What
hey. What you about to say, Shaq?
What is next? When are we getting to halftime, bro? I'm over here like we're on the second topic. I'm loving it though. I'm chilling.
But look, we're gonna get through these next 2 segments pretty quick. We got the biggest surprises and disappointments for the first half of the season. Let's start with Diel. What are your thoughts?
My biggest surprise of the NBA season, I'll have to go with Madison Square Garden, New York Knicks. The Jokers look wild right there, but yeah, the Knicks, no one had them as like playoff team fighting the way they fighting. Had an all-star in Julius
What did
Randle.
you say,
had
bro?
Joker looks wild now. Joker looked OD, bro. But yeah, the Knicks, man, just them playing well, playoff contention, fighting. Just playing hard on defense. Tibbs got them boys playing. That's my biggest surprise. My biggest disappointment, I will have to go with. It could possibly be the Hawks.
They got injuries.
If I'm looking down,
they got injuries though. I think Dallas is more.
Hawks or the Celtics. Hawks or the Celtics. I think Dallas is still going to make a push. Hawks or the Celtics could be my biggest disappointment right now. With 2 All-Stars, 2 studs in Brown and Tatum, I'm thinking top 5, top 4 in the East. They're right now. It's still a long way to go. I will have to go with Knicks and the Hawks and the Celtics.
Okay, so Shaq, tell us your biggest surprise then, since you already told us your biggest disappointments.
Biggest surprise is that The Lakers, bro. That they will always surprise me, bro. Bron in his 18th year just doing this, I'm telling you, this is always impressive to me. The fact that he even has potential to win a championship this year, given the roster that he has going up against the Monstars, because not only does he have to beat the Jazz, not only does he have to beat the Jazz that are tearing up the
Jazz
entire
is a big
NBA.
surprise too.
Exactly. It's not only do they have to beat the Jazz, but then they have to knock off the Jazz and potentially other teams like the Nuggets, the Clippers. You can't forget about that. And then they have to they're going to beat whoever comes out of the East because that's just how it goes. But maybe not. Maybe Brooklyn gets them in a 7-game series if Kyrie's able to Kyrie.
Yo, JD, please don't go yet. Shaq, let me ask you a question, bro.
Yes,
please.
sir.
And please just try to answer this, please.
Okay.
What do you mean when you said my biggest surprise is the Lakers based on the roster they have? What does that mean?
Because Gasol's not panning out how we thought he was going to pan out. So it's like we could have used that money elsewhere.
You see, this is what – just stop.
We could have
because Gasol is not playing well, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to blame it on the roster they now have. But when Paul George played bad in the playoffs, you'd be like, that's what he do. That's what Paul George do. This is what happened. Paul George can't play bad and blame the roster. But Gasol is like, now you're giving Braun the – yo, I
Paul
love it.
George is the roster.
I don't know when Rich Paul called you and put you in his pocket, but it's happening. Clutch Sports, what's up? We here. Let's get it. Listen. JD, you got it. No, I don't want to listen.
Listen, KD has had you in his pocket for years now, so it's only right.
You see?
It's only right that Clutch in the game come and swoop me up. Jay.
Tell my man Lucas I said what up. JD, you got it, bro.
You guys get it. Something else.
Oh, man.
I would say my biggest surprise is the Utah Jazz being number one in the West. I think it's a no-brainer that, the Utah Jazz, when you look at that roster, that's a good team. I don't think that you expected them to be on top over the Lakers or the Clippers. And so they've been having a phenomenal first half of the season, and it's going to be interesting how they do come playoff time because they've just been playing extremely well. As far as players go, LaMelo Ball, I think we all were kind of, we had him as our Rookie of the Year candidate, but I don't know that we expect him to play this well. Like, he is coming out and I think he's exceeding expectations. He's playing phenomenal. He looks comfortable out there. He looks like he's having a lot of fun too. It's fun to watch him. I'm super stoked that he is playing so well, because I think, man, imagine if he was not doing well, it would be a dumpster fire. You think that he is in the media a lot right now with the way that he's playing so well. Imagine if he was playing terrible. It would be 10x and he'd be getting absolutely flamed. So it's pretty cool to see. Glad to see that the Ball name is not in the dumpster anymore. And then as far as disappointments go, I mean, you got to look at the Miami Heat coming off of a finals appearance and just looking absolutely sloppy, and they're just not. They're not. I don't know that we expected them to be, a powerhouse, but I don't think that we expected them to come out so slow and start off this poor. And then obviously for me, I am disappointed in how the Mavericks started the season. I was hoping that they would, be a little bit stronger in the first half, but luckily for me, they have picked it up right before All-Star break, and they continued their roll last night with the win over the Nuggets. And they are actually sitting at number 8 in the Western Conference. They just jumped the Golden State Warriors. So,
yo, Jordan,
gotcha.
I'm taking you to Players Court next week. Don't even worry about it. You don't know why, but you did something funny on Instagram, and I have it. I have the evidence, and I will present it in court against you next week.
Ooh, should be interesting.
Oh, I know what it is.
Honorable Jordan Diel, Judge Jordan Diel,
Does this have to do with a Instagram post that I tagged you in?
No, it has to do with the Instagram
Oh.
post, Instagram comment that you made.
Did
Look,
you
now
commit
he's about to go
perjury,
look.
Judge?
But,
Wait, so who's the judge if y'all two go to court?
You can be the judge. Yeah.
I'm
Ever,
just citing
ever.
infractions. I'm just citing infractions against our
Cite
judge,
it
our
now,
honorable Jordan Deal.
You got
He-
to cite it now
Bro,
then. 'Cause
Jordan
I
is
think
out.
Jordan always has to be the judge.
Yeah, but bro, Jordan is just on Instagram writing anything in the comments, anything.
What?
I'm like,
What is
wow.
going on?
I get it. You have a European base now, Jordan, but the caping that you do in these comments is unnecessary, and I know people are looking at you crazy, and I'm trying to save you from yourself. So, it's
There's
crazy.
no-
This post. You want to know? It was pertaining to Luka Doncic
Okay.
after he made
The
his.
GOAT.
I guess we can just take you now. This is my. Do you know the acronym for GOAT? The abbreviation for
Yeah.
that? Do you know what that stands for?
Yeah.
Greatest of all time. So when Luka hits this, but so is Damian Lillard the greatest of all time too? Every time he does this,
Nope.
it's just Luka, Luka and Jordan
What?
and LeBron.
What? Yep.
Wow. Okay. Hey, let's.
All right,
get to
Judge.
this,
I'm sorry, Judge.
buying and
Don't.
selling.
Judge, don't take it personally. I just seen some things on IG. If you're gonna stand by it, and then you got the chat going for you too, bro. All right, I got you. I
For
got
sure.
All right, hey, we're gonna do this segment real fast, guys. We gotta keep it pushing. Shout out to chat. Make sure you guys tap in. Let's start with Diel. Are you buying or selling that Gonzaga winning the national championship this year?
Well, you see, I want to say yes, but I have to sell it because for them to win now, they have to go undefeated for the whole year, and I don't see that happening, so I'm selling it.
JD, are you buying? or
Yes,
selling Gonzaga?
I am buying it. This has been the last 2 years or year and a half has been the year of insanity, and this is going to be another insane feat. Gonzaga is going to win the NCAA tournament.
Jack, are you buying or selling?
I'm buying it. I'm with Jordan, man. This has been a crazy two years, and I think this would just sum it right up. And if any team can do it, it's Gonzaga, just because of their strength of schedule during the regular season.
Where are they located?
Spokane, Washington.
Okay, makes sense.
Yes,
Makes
yeah.
sense,
So
makes sense. All
we're both rooting. We're both rooting.
right. Yeah, right.
All right, so this next one, James Harden versus Antoine Walker,
He literally
is
said,
just
"It's not
crazy. I
personal.
really don't know
I'm
what's
not a
going
James
on.
Harden type of guy, but with his style of play, you can't win that way."
Yeah, I don't really know.
Does that sound personal to you?
I mean, I don't know what it sounds like, but style of play, like there's pick and rolls that happen in basketball. There's isolations that happen in basketball. And I do both, so I don't really understand what that means. I just, stuff like that I don't even pay attention to, especially somebody that has no credibility.
Let's
Oh
start
my
with-
God, bro! Did you see that picture? They're doing him dirty. Look how.
Let's start with Shaq. Shaq, are you buying or selling James Harden's comments on Antoine Walker?
I'm gonna have to sell just because I personally remember Antoine Walker getting busy, so I know that
Right.
he does have credibility.
Right, exactly. Right.
So I'm gonna have to sell this, James. You're
Same
my
for
guy.
me. Same for me.
This is a sell.
Same
Did he?
sell. Just because Antoine
Bro.
Walker was nice.
The thing is, James Harden is selling this too. He knows Antoine Walker, but the fact that Antoine Walker came at him like he has to give a little slight back. So that's just what he's doing.
1,000%. 1,000%.
And Dale, you're selling, right?
Yeah, easy. Antoine Walker was nice. Smallest feet ever. Size 11. Weird.
All right, so Aldridge should never have left Portland. Dale, are you buying or selling that?
I'm buying it because I'm a huge LaMarcus fan, and his replacing Tim Duncan. Well, his first couple of years Spurs, he was cooking up, but how it's ending, and I feel like he still have a lot of basketball left to give. I'm buying it. He should have just never left. I don't know why he left anyway, and I hope he could end up back there. But I feel like
nice.
the Lakers might. I feel the Lakers might go back after him. I could see him in the purple and gold. and it'll be a great get for him and AD. And he'll be what's wrong? And he'll be rejuvenated like Blake Griffin's gonna be. So that should be cool.
Del, you're giving me motion sickness.
I'm giving myself motion sickness. I don't know what's going on right now.
Are you buying or selling?
I'm buying that as well. I mean, look at how the Blazers are performing these last few years, and just getting LaMarcus Aldridge back in the mix. I mean, that's a dangerous team. That would be a fun team to watch too. So, like Del said, I would love for him to go back.
Shaq?
This is a buy. He should have never left. For everything that Dale said and Jordan said, I never thought him going to the Spurs was ever going to pan out. He's no Tim Duncan. What are we talking about here?
It's not about replacing. It's just he had like 24 and 9 his first couple of years there.
Yeah,
injury slowed him down.
He doesn't give me Tim Duncan leadership vibes.
No. Tim Duncan doesn't give me Tim Duncan leadership vibes.
But
I get what you're trying to say. Oh,
who was the leader of that team? Tony Parker?
No, Greg Popovich.
That's
true. Hey.
That's true. All right. Hey, so what about
who's been
sports
playing well?
cards?
Who's been playing well?
A huge market. JD, are you buying or selling sports cards?
Yeah. It's funny because you say, have they become a huge market? They've always been pretty big. They're just getting more. They're just getting the social media push right now. It's kind of weird that they're all of a sudden they want to start pushing sports cards, but yeah, they've always been collectibles. They've been worth some money, and now because they're just getting the social media push, that's what's inflating their price. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm buying that it is a huge market.
Dale, how do you feel about it?
I'm buying. Then when I go back to my mom's, I'm looking at my album of all my cards and seeing what I could get. That's how much I'm buying it to sell it.
Shaq, are you buying or selling?
I'm buying it. I think when there's hype behind anything, it creates value. Just like with gold. Like, why is gold so expensive? Just because man made it valuable. So if they're gonna make sport cards, if that's the next big thing, then I'll buy it.
Let's so be it, right?
All right. So what about Patrick?
But I do want to say one thing though. I thought this was my building, and I feel terrible that I'm getting stopped, accosted, asking for passes. Everybody in this building should know who the hell I am, and I'm getting stopped. I can't move around this building. Like I was like, what the hell is this, Madison Square Garden? I'm gonna have to call Mr. Dolan and say, geez, is my number in the rafters or what?
Yeah, but your face isn't in the rafters, Caperton.
Listen,
so dumb.
Listen, I was selling this till he said, "Is my name is in rafters," and then that's what made me go back and say, "Yo, listen, I don't care where you're at. If your jersey is retired in the arena and you're still alive, I feel like people should know who you are." That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
What makes
inside of Madison Square Garden? Inside of Madison Square Garden. Outside.
What makes a security guard? Security guards don't have to be NBA fans, so how the hell are they supposed to know who the hell someone is, especially if they're in their like 20s or early 30s? Like this dude played 80 years ago, so I mean, someone walks up, you're like, oh well, I haven't seen you before,
you wanna know
so
how?
I have to do my job.
Jordan, I bet this never happens again. I bet this never happens again.
But
that's how you prevent it in the first place.
Exactly, but what he could have done is be like, "Oh man, I'm Patrick Ewing," like, and they'd be like, "Oh, I blah blah blah." You know, it's like you go about it completely different.
He probably did do that.
Guess what? It's never gonna happen again. Like that's how you move. But now you're just shaming the security guards for doing their job. Like, come on, bro.
He's not shaming the security. I think basically what he's saying is like, "How don't y'all know?" And that's based on James Dolan. Like honestly, like. As a whole New Yorker working in Madison Square Garden, you have to know who Patrick Ewing is. Can you imagine Derek Jeter going to Yankee Stadium and then no matter the time, no one recognizing his face, knowing who Derek Jeter is in Yankee Stadium?
I can't imagine that. Absolutely.
Or A-Rod. Or A-Rod. Or A-Rod.
Absolutely.
That's kind of insane. I can see it happening, though. I can see it happening. I can see it happening.
It would be weird for me feeling even Ken Griffey going to the Seattle Mariners place and they're not knowing like.
Yeah.
Damn, that might.
Bro,
that can get
Patrick Ewing looks like he gained 100 pounds since he was
Patrick
last playing in the
still looks
NBA.
Patrick still looks like Patrick to me. But I can see how this could happen.
Still like
I would recognize him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm not gonna blame anyone for not.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not either.
No.
Hey, but he's
a little
7'2".
strange.
Come on now.
It's like you do. Yeah.
And I thought he was kind of joking, but people blew it up like, nah, for real, Pat, they don't know you. Like, so that's what made it big. But I thought he was joking to an extent.
In reference to He Got Game in the chat, that's like MJ going to the United Center and getting treated like that. It's kind of the same. It's very similar. You knowing who Michael Jordan is.
Like, and then he go and win the Big East championship. Like, come on, let's go. Let's go, Pat.
Right. I think it's time for What's the Deal?
What's the deal? We are top heavy today. Jordan, you ready?
Yes, sir.
This might be my favorite What the Deal, and I can't wait to see your presentation on it. I can't, because when I read what it was, I'm like, yeah, I like this. I want to see him get in his bag. So don't disappoint me. Go.
Yes, sir. March Madness is the greatest sporting event ever. 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and bracket-busting upsets during March Madness. Playoffs are usually the most exciting time in any sport because you get to see the best of the best compete at peak form, leaving it all out there in hopes of winning a championship. But no sporting event compares to March Madness. There are more unforgettable moments year over year during the tournament. Players play with such passion, and we witness it after every game with players dogpiling on one another after a game-winning shot or shedding tears of disappointment when they get knocked out. This is where Cinderella stories originate, and players you may not have heard of about all year become household names overnight. Just look at Steph Curry from Davidson's run in 08. Seemingly everyone from all different backgrounds take part in March Madness and want to fill out a bracket, but no one has ever made a perfect one. Some people pick based on a school's mascot or their school colors, or maybe they put down 2 bowls of dog food with the school's insignias on them and see which one their dog chooses. This basketball tournament turns casual viewers into psychotic superfans rooting for schools they can't even locate on a map. Everyone goes through the same roller coaster of emotions, watching every single game with such intensity, and the unpredictability and upsets are what make it so special. Everything these kids have worked for, from before the season started with workouts and conditioning, to practices that probably made some kids want to quit, to the last game of the regular season that was the make it or break it moment for them to get into the tournament. It all comes down to this. Now, chat, I want to know, who do y'all have winning it this year? I have the Zags. You already heard me. Shaq said the Zags. Del J, who do you guys got?
No idea. I want to say the Zags, but yeah, they have my favorite player on the team, Jalen Suggs.
Jordan, before we get fired, can you give a shout out to the sponsor of the show?
Yo, this segment was sponsored by Under Armour, by the way.
Thank you for that.
Shout out Under Armour. Sorry about that.
Who's been playing well?
The boys are back. The boys are back.
I can't wait for us to go to halftime talk.
You know what time it is. Go get your popcorn. Go get your water. Go to the bathroom.
Listen,
yo, of the day.
This J Award, baby. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Hey, let's get it.
So, I don't know what's been going on in their group chat.
Shaq, you're first, right?
Fire.
Yeah, I'm first, happily.
JD's last. Right.
Let's go. Let's get it. Welcome back. Hope y'all ready for the chat question of the day. Man, what y'all want to talk about today? What's good?
Oh, Shaq is so blurry.
Hold up. People, relax.
Are you doing like a J Award
throw off?
Like pop out?
I have my animal right here. Actually, he's coming onto the screen.
He's bringing a guest star onto the show.
No, we good. We good.
What chat talking about today?
Chat, what do you got? Chat question. Let's get it. Let's see. Anything and everything. Doesn't have to be basketball related. I see Mr. Daniels in the chat.
Yo, Diel,
Wait,
LeBron
Ron
just
is in the chat?
he just called me. He said, "Yo, what is Diel's pick for best animal?" And I told him he wasn't amused.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
You
Mr.
brought him
Daniels,
up, so I
can
had
we-
to let you. You brought him
No,
up.
it's fine. Ron, stop. That's why y'all left the chat on WhatsApp.
Can I get
after the
confirmation?
ship is lost?
Can I get confirmation that I was part of the fire squad at Edmonds?
Yo, we don't have any chat question. Okay, what do you think about what happened to D Rose? Listen, would you remove Jordan from the show for Peter Gyro? for a
Wait.
Euro?
What happened to D Rose?
I don't. Yeah,
Is
they
it
got
the same?
Quavo could
2010?
play professional basketball? No. Will Brady
Sure, he
win
could.
another ring in
There's so many
Tampa?
leagues. He could go play somewhere.
Because he's Quavo. But if he wasn't Quavo and he was just on this show and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna start playing basketball," it's not happening.
Wait, what happened to D Rose though?
Right. Is it the same ACL tear from 2010?
No, they're saying from the Bulls era, D Rose, like his decline.
Oh no. Oh, we've been through that already.
Yeah, I mean it's just
Unfortunate.
plagued by injury. That's
Yeah.
I think for me, I guess there's a few what ifs. Greg Oden is definitely a what if. But Derrick Rose is probably the biggest what if for me because
Not me.
he did win an MVP
Grant Hill.
and he was gonna
That's
be
number one.
he was
And
gonna
if
be
that
one
was
of the
J Award, that's who I was going with. Grant Hill.
he was I think Derrick Rose was gonna be one of the greatest point guards that we would have ever seen. And then he just got plagued by injury and is unfortunate.
Can we talk about the J Awards?
Wait. Hold on. What do you guys think about this? Dame, Lillard, and D Rose. Do you kind of compare? Are they similar? But
Not at
D
all.
Rose is more athletic.
Derrick Rose's game is so much different than Damian Lillard's.
But who is better?
They both got floaters.
And I
Damian
think
Lillard
Dame
is
better.
B. Roy. Yeah, Damian Lillard
Here-
is Brandon Roy before the injuries.
I feel like a more comparable,
I don't
a
think
comparison
Brandon
would
Roy shoots
be
as well as D Lillard. Dribbling wise.
Derrick Rose compared to Westbrook. I think that's
Yeah,
a more.
He was the East Coast Russell Westbrook with a slightly better jump shot. Slightly.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
feel like it was a lot better. I feel like Derrick Rose was a way better shooter than Russell Westbrook.
Oh my gosh, Brandon Roy for sure is
Yo.
that might actually be a bigger what if for me than D Rose. I didn't even think about that.
Listen, Dale, I was watching DeAndre Jordan dunk on Brandon Knight. Bro, Brandon Knight's
I saw
NBA
that.
career was really unfortunate. Bro, what Kyrie was kind of
It's
doing
still,
to him.
It's still right there on the floor. He's still at that moment.
Bro, him and Brandon Jennings, it's just like, bro, it's sad.
Oh,
to see.
Brandon Jennings was Mm-hmm.
And then to watch Devin Booker just come out of Kentucky, coming off the bench and do what he's doing, it's like, bro, it's really, you just got to kind of take advantage of the situation wherever you at. Cause
That's all it is. You know
I
that.
thought
We
Brandon
know that.
Knight was going to be a lot more.
Right.
So
I
you
think
think
everyone
that
did.
moment just ruined his NBA career?
Not really,
No,
but
but he just doesn't play like elite, like
I don't. Where is
even
he?
close.
Where is he?
That's a good question. That's a
Is
good
he
question.
hurt?
I don't know. It's a sad sight, Brandon Knight. It's a sad. All right, I think
Actually
we
played
answered
against
all
him when
the
he was in
chat's
eighth grade.
questions.
Let's get into these awards, baby.
They
Or
keep asking.
award.
I would not want there to be an all-star game in EuroLeague, to clarify that.
Y'all ready? Who going first? Best animal. Let's go. Guys, I'm excited about this.
Oh, we let it out already. Pause. It's just go. It's not even no.
All right, let's get it.
Right.
Who's first?
Chat.
I'm first. Are we just throwing? Am I just getting thrown into this like this? It's no
I mean,
banter. We're not.
you
gonna
know the
talk
deal,
about...
bro. I mean, we've been doing this.
Honestly,
This is
Okay.
bantered all week. That
Okay.
Just go.
Okay, but before I do go though, I do have one objection. I hate that there's not a blacklist.
Come on, bro.
hate
This
that there's
one
not
is
a
so wide open. This is probably
It
the
is.
most
I'm
fair
just
Jay
saying.
Awards we've ever had.
The best animal for me, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys. Usually, look, I'm cutting off my phone. No notes, Shaq. I'm just coming to you guys from a place of sanity. Just really think. When you think of best animal, you have to pick the dark horse of this entire J Awards. And it's the horse. The horse is literally the best animal. Jay, they are favorite animals. Yeah, we all like a cute, cuddly dog, an entertaining monkey, a parrot that can talk. All of that's nice. But when you talk about best animal, bro, we only been driving the car for 100 years. Don't let that fly by you. It's a reason we call it horsepower, because we were using literally, first we were introduced to the horse 5,000-6,000 years ago. We were eating horses, stupid cavemen. And then they're like, hey, a human can only carry so much. But when you put a horse with a wheel, the possibilities are endless. It didn't carry a civilization. It carried humanity to the next pillar in war, transportation, communication. Bro, we can talk about favorite animals. I can keep saying that. Best animal, a monkey. Best animal, a dog. Bro, horses have been proven to cure PTSD. It can do the same thing a dog can do. It's just bigger and stronger. Monkeys are entertaining.
Get in your bag, Shaq.
Monkeys are entertaining for sure, but the horsepower, bro, we use it for competition, communication, evolution. Let's go, baby. The best animal is the horse. Yo, stop playing with me.
Who's been playing well? Get in your bag, boy. Yo, it's gallop your way to that top, bro. Good job, bro.
Hey, great presentation. Great point.
I don't know what these guys are coming with.
Yo, I appreciate it. That was pretty good. Well fought, well thought, But the best animal, regardless of Shaq, what he says, or my man Jay about to go after, it is a dog. And it's so simple as why is the dog? I'm just like, what up, my dog? What up, my peoples? Just the comparison and the nature of what a dog means to literally people's lives. We have CNI dog. A dog could see for someone, literally takes them to the next level no matter what. No other animals you have is protect you that way. You have a dog that wants to get nominated for awards for movies. You have a cop dog willing to protect you. You have dogs at airports to sniff out drugs, to find you to safety. If you go missing, hey doggy, smell this. Find that scent. The best animal is also could label to the most versatile. We steal stuff from dog without even knowing. Like you get in an argument, why are you barking at me? Where does that language come from? The way everything is being treated, like Michael Vick, which I shared this upon Michael Vick went to jail for having dogs fight in his own backyard. 5 years. The label of that, just how important that is to the masses of what a dog means to anyone. I could go fight somebody on the street right now. We could create our own little boxing ring and go fight in the backyard. We probably won't even be sentenced the amount of time Michael Vick did. The amount of respect they're garnered is based on how important they are to people. A man's best friend, which is the dog. They just have so much power in everything they do. They're treated as humans and everything. You want to dress your dog up. Yeah, of course, I love Shaq pick with horse. It was a very gallant effort. And what my man about to go with next, and what my man about to go with next. But it's always a thing of what's needed. Any animal, you're not looking at me walking down the street like,
You don't have that as a pet. A dog you can have as a dog you can have as safety. A dog you can have as control. A dog you can have as your friend. A dog you can have as a pet. You really could, like, you have funerals for dogs. You're not burying a horse. You're just not.
You are.
I don't see horse. You are, but you're not. You're not. You get it.
Yo, do not slander the horse. It carried this civilization. It carried humanity for 5,000 years plus, and then the car was invented.
Right. That's a fact. And I'm ending with this. It carried us to where the dog could probably take over, because how World Wide Web started and then Google took off. And that was also a thing. It's the same aspect. I love it. A dog is a man's best friend, our best friend. I don't have an animal. If I was to get one, it would only be a dog. I won't get a horse. I won't get a monkey. I don't have trees for a monkey to swing around. I don't have no kids coming around play with this monkey, get rabies or whatever. But a dog. There you go. Have it all.
Great takes, Diel.
Chat, I see you guys. And I was going to go with monkey before I changed my mind, because monkey is my personal favorite animal of all time. When I go to the zoo, I literally, the first place I go, I drag my girlfriend to the monkeys, and I go and look at the gorillas. I go and look at the howler monkeys. I go and look at the siamang monkeys. I love monkeys, bro. They are the funniest animals, and they're smart as hell. And when you can train them to do anything.
Get on with it.
But I will. What are you talking about? They're so entertaining.
You right. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
But hey, I'm not doing monkey. I was just telling you, chat, because I saw you guys were saying monkey.
But we had to listen to a 2-minute soliloquy about monkeys.
I do
you might as well
monkeys,
choose them.
but I'm not going with monkeys. I'm going with the world's most fearless animal, ladies and gentlemen, the honey badger. A honey badger is about 2 feet long, with its tail adding about another foot to its length, and weighs in around 26 pounds. But do not let their size fool you. These ferocious little beasts will kill and eat anything its size, which I know doesn't sound impressive, but this will. These little guys are famous for attacking anything that steps on or near their dens, from horses to antelope to buffalo, and have been seen chasing lions away from prey. So if we're talking about the ultimate badass animal, then honey badger is it. Dogs snore, horses replaced by cars. Everyone loves an underdog, not a domestic pet dog, an underdog. Horses are more of a novelty than anything else now. We can look at a honey badger. Look at this. We can look at a honey badger. Look, you can't relate to a horse. You can't relate. I hate you. You can't relate to a dog. But we can look at honey badgers for motivation in life. Just because you are an undersized and outmatched, it doesn't mean that you don't fight like hell. So the next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, remember what I told you about honey badgers and keep fighting. And I cannot believe I got disrespected with the womp.
Oh, bro. No way. They didn't even let you finish, bro.
They did me so dirty, bro. They knew that I was going to win in their sabotaging.
Yo, listen. Oh, my God, bro. I'm literally crying. Yo, JD, my bad, bro. Yo. Oh, bro, hold on. Let me. Yo, I got to go fix my sound. Hold on. Oh, my God.
Who played that?
Oh my God.
The chat played
it. That is so messed up.
Wow. Oh man.
Yo, my stomach is hurting, bro.
No, that was some of the funniest content I've ever seen in my life. Yo, listen.
JD is fighting for his life.
I was fighting for my life.
Yeah. The reason I have zero remorse is because when I introduced Harry Potter as a sports movie, the first episode, well, the second technically, This is what Jordan did the entire presentation. He said I was choking the entire presentation. But listen, oh my Diel,
I'm standing up here giving my presentation, getting tomatoes thrown at me.
I cannot wait to add the womp 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 to the soundboard. Don't even worry, that will be there next week. And that's the Jay, I don't.
Yo.
Hey, this is probably the funniest one of all time.
Oh my God,
this is crazy. But for today's Jay Award winner, we'll have to go with Diel the dog because I have a dog. She's amazing.
This is the low hanging.
She can do everything. You can teach them to do everything. Like to Dale's point, they are treated like humans. Like, and if you hit a dog, they're gonna have a funeral. If you hurt a police dog, you're gonna go to jail.
For a long
time. So they're
viewed
in
as a
high
cop.
regards.
Right.
They're very versatile. Shaq did bring up some great points about horses building this world. That was amazing. But I can relate to Dale a little better because I have a puppy. And she's
Jordan,
everything. So
what did we tell you in the J Awards gripe all week long how this was gonna end? My wife told me how it was going to end, and I accepted it early. You would not accept it. The dog was winning. It was winning. And then you came in here, a great presentation. I wasn't the one.
Yo, why did you not go with Monkey, though?
I would have pivoted and went with Monkey right there on the spot. The chat was begging you, and you give us 2 minutes.
I thought that I would get him with the underdog story of a honey badger chasing away animals that are 50 times their size.
Oh my God.
That's fine. Just know that they're savages.
Know what the best animal is. You have to know, the panel has to know what the best animal is.
Hey, this is by far the best animal. Oh man. This is OD today. That's crazy.
My stomach was really hurting, bro.
Like I was really crying. Like Shaq, yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, I need that clip,
bro.
That
way,
has
bro.
To be stopped and screwed,
bro.
Yeah, we need that ASAP.
Yo, Jordan, what happened to you during the J Awards, bro? I hope it never happens to me. But if it did happen to somebody, I'm glad it's you. You can handle it.
What we're gonna do when we have a studio is we're putting an apple tree in the studio. So every time you give a low-hanging fruit answer, we pick the fruit off the tree
you get it handed
and we
to you.
throw it at you.
You're right. You are right. Low-hanging fruit. 101. Dale, the originator. Yo, let's get into a giveaway, man. We forgot all about the giveaways. Can we please get into the giveaways? My God. Womp, womp, womp. With the whisper of the boys are back, the boys is insanity. That's all I have to say. It's insanity. God.
So let's what should we have them write in the chat? We're not gonna do shoe sizes anymore because you're just gonna tell Slam.
Just gonna emojis.
Put your trick. Put emotes in here. Put emotes in here.
I have a new trick. Put the emotes.
You guys will tell Slam Dunk your size. You don't have to worry about spamming your size in the chat. They'll handle that.
We want put emotes. No sizes. Put emotes.
Look at that chat. Look at the screen.
Boom, boom,
boom. Boom, man.
No sizes, put emotes. There we go.
Hey, that's dope.
Man. Spam the emotes. That's how you enter into the oh my God. That's how you enter into the giveaway.
I'm putting it on emotes only. Oh yeah, it's emotes only. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh man, make sure Shaq, go to eligibility there.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure they're all eligible. Yep.
Keep clicking away, guys. Oh man. If you are in the stream right now and you're not clicking, you have no excuse. This is a giveaway. Oh
man. Bro, that was so funny.
Bro.
I cannot believe you busted that out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We had time.
Yeah.
Oh wait, why is it? Okay.
And as always, the subscribers have a 3 times more likely chance to win a giveaway. And that's just because I'm heartless. So if you want to have a better chance, you do have to subscribe to the channel, but you can win it without a subscription. Subscribers actually rarely win. So, all right, everybody getting their emotes off from their other streams, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. That's dope. That's dope. All right, we ready, Jay? It's on you.
Let me throw this on 60. All right. When you're ready, hit it.
Boom. My man, Adam.
Adam.
My man, Adam. I see you, bro. I see you. Friend of the chat, regular. That's what's up, Adam. Always here in the weekly streams, man. He deserves it. Adam, congratulations. We have one more giveaway that we will be doing after Shackatology. And Jay, what are we getting into right now?
Hey, so Quinn Cook recently tweeted out a tweet like, what if LeBron and KD versus Magic Johnson and Larry Bird? Who wins? Like, that's kind of insane. And if I had to pick, I'm going to go with LeBron and the Slim Reaper because you just can't. It's too much scoring ability, athleticism right there. Like, period, point blank. But Larry Bird was a dog, though. Like, seriously, he was a dog. Diel, let's start with you, brother. What are your thoughts on this?
This is pretty easy for me, honestly. It'll be a better game if it's a 5-on-5 scenario, but I've played a lot of 2-on-2. I just told you I was raised in the park. I grew up on stuff like that, and I'm just singling out each talent. I don't see how Magic Johnson could guard LeBron James or Kevin Durant in a 2-on-2 setting. I don't see how Larry Bird could guard LeBron James or Kevin Durant in a 2-on-2 setting. It's a process of evolution and athleticism, and I honestly think it would be a drubbing. It would be like 16-3 or 4. I don't think if Magic and Bird start with the ball, after they give it back, that would be it. Especially if it's make and take it. I honestly don't see it. I don't see how. I just don't see it. It's easy. It's honestly easy to me. And I watch clips of some clips of Bird. I watch clips of Magic. I don't see Magic impacting the 2-on-2 like I would see him impacting a fast-paced 5-on-5 game. And that's the thing. The base of half court slowing down, and then you have the ultimate cheat code in the half court set in KD. It's like I don't see it. It's an easy for me, KD and Bron, easily.
JD, you feel the same way?
Yeah, Magic Johnson wasn't a scorer like that. Like, he's not like a KD who can score anywhere on the floor. He was much more of a distributor. Larry Bird would be the only. Okay, I was gonna say Larry Bird's the only one who's gonna score on LeBron and KD. He's gonna carry the load of the scoring. But like, this is such an unbalanced matchup. If you did Larry Bird and Michael Jordan, it might be a little more interesting. That might, I might raise an eyebrow to that and be like, okay, this, there's actually a discussion to be had. But Magic Johnson and Larry Bird against KD and LeBron, it's just, KD and LeBron versus anyone, even in this era, is like, I'm taking them over a large majority of whoever you're stacking up against them. So that's just it's not that it's goofy, because, there you can have the discussion, but it's not happening. KD and LeBron would win 100 out of 100 times.
And we obviously know where Shaq is going with this, but let's hear his thoughts.
Yeah, I'm with Dale. I'm with Jay. It's levels to this. I don't think Magic and Bird could beat Kobe and Shaq in a 2-on-2 match, and these are just facts. And I feel like KD and Bron would struggle against Kobe and Shaq. I'm just saying, if it was just any two people that you could choose, Kobe and Shaq is beating a lot of duos in the history of the NBA. Because prime Shaq, Prime Shaq was that's like kind of a modern, like that's not like back in the day. That's like that was just here. The same with like the KGs, the T-Macs, the Yaos. Like Yao and Jordan would be hard to beat. These are just facts because Jordan can take anybody and Yao's 7'6". I'm just talking about duos. Now, as far as this duo, I'm with Diel. I don't think they score with 2 or 3. Larry hits a couple of shots, but Magic's getting that locked up in a 2-on-2 setting. Now 5-on-5, depending on who the other pieces. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm with the gang on this one.
All right, y'all ready to get into Shaqatology, or y'all ready to do a giveaway?
We can get to
Shaqatology.
We can end it on Shaqatology, baby. Get your predictions ready.